Thanks for staying with us. I want to go back to what Amaka started concerning the apology, the type of apology, because this is another conversation that have been had on social media. People are saying, okay, why didn't he have a face-to-face? Because it now brings me back to back in the day when your word was your bond. You know, back then, when we were growing up, they'll tell you your word is your bond. Today, that doesn't really count anymore because people's words is no longer their bond. So times have changed where words used to mean something. You write something. Back in the day, they tell you, publish something in the newspapers or write a letter of apology. It carried weight. But in this new generation, with this new social media world, a letter of apology doesn't seem to carry weight to anybody. What the viewers or Nigerians want to see is somebody who is out there pleading, begging, because we love the underdog dogs, right? And we love it when the big man falls and start begging the underdog, say, please, oh, please, I'm so sorry, I was very foolish for slapping you. You know, that gives us some kind of feeling that, yeah, we've won over these big people. Let them know that, yes, they suffered. So for us, my question is, for Nigerians, is that justice to let Honorable go on his knees and beg the boat? Would that make us feel better? Or are we saying that the letter he wrote carries nothing because it's just grammar? Is that what Nigerians are saying? Because if this man said, I have given an apology. Now, Amaka was saying that if you plead not guilty, why would you apologize? Now, his plea was like, no, his apology was more to his people because he's representing a people. So he's apologizing to his character. But he can also plead not guilty to the act. I don't know. I mean, that's for the lawyers to determine. But I'm asking, what kind of apology would Nigerians see as apology?
So there is, Yorubas will say, welelako olabo, that sorry has male and female. In other words, you can say, I'm sorry, and you can say, I'm sorry. So we know it's obvious when the apology is sincere. When my kids apologize to me because they've done something wrong, I always ask them, what are you apologizing for? Because I want to be sure that you are aware of what you did wrong. So you might be thinking, I'm apologizing because you're angry, mommy. Why would you apologize because I'm angry? Why am I angry? The apology is because you should apologize for what you did that made me get angry. Don't apologize for my anger. It does not make any difference. Don't apologize to make me calm down. I just want you to calm down. That's why I'm apologizing. So the apology reeks of, I want Nigerians to...
Shut up.
I'm apologizing. What are you apologizing for? Are you apologizing because you disrespected the role of the IGP, which you did, sir? Because you said, even call the IGP, and there's nothing he can do. Is that what you are apologizing for? Are you apologizing to the Nigerian that came to render you a service and you disrespected and assaulted? Are you apologizing because there's a risk that you're feeling like I might lose my job? What exactly are you apologizing for?
Let's go back to his letter of apology.
So
I think it's specific.
that for me is very, very key. That's why people will feel like there's no sincerity to what he's saying. Now, it can be apologizing to the delivery person and say he's not guilty for what he's in court for. There are two different things. But the apology doesn't... Then there was the fact that the Senate, the House Assembly had a conversation concerning this, and there was a laughter that people were asking that they should suspend him. They will not suspend him. And then somebody commented on that post saying that, but you suspended somebody that was alleging that there is budget padding. You suspended someone that said there's budget padding, but you don't suspend somebody that is casting a dishonorable name or a dishonorable shadow on your hallowed institution. So what exactly is now this our inner law that we're making? Because what we permit will thrive. If we are permitting you to say, who do you think I am? I slap you, and if the person gets away with it,
okay,
then it will
let me
continue
just
to happen.
read some of the excerpts of this apology. It says, as a public servant, I recognize the trust placed in me by my constituents and the Nigerian people. My behavior fell short of the standards expected of me, and for that, I am truly sorry. I understand that my actions have caused harm and embarrassment to the driver, my constituents, and the nation at large. I want to assure the public that I am fully cooperating with the police, yada, 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 yada. I'm trying to see what else So he acknowledged what he did, and he has apologized. But we'll talk about apology in a second. Let me take this call. Good morning from Mui.
Good morning, Moran.
You're live.
Good morning,
yes.
Thank you. I wanted to call. I called on this program on Monday. I was kept on noting the program like. So I'm happy that it's brought up again. Me, I'm going to be on the other side. I feel this is what I want to say on Monday, and I'm saying it today. I feel that the reason why we have this rep on dock right now is because he's a public figure. And I like the fact that we're trying him because he's supposed to be a leader, and he should be a leader and be good example. Let's be serious here. Typical Nigerian, we know ourselves, even ladies sitting down there, even myself. 80% of us have a bit of power, and we all say it on the major road. Do you know who I am? And all of those things. And we get away with it. Now, the reason why he's on the dock is because he's a rep. I know we castigate all these people and we talk about them, but it's not all the time that we should talk like that every time and be like, okay, we want to pull somebody that is up, we want to pull them down. I don't know this guy, but the fact remains that you set your camera when it was convenient for you. What brought about that outburst from that man? You must have done something. You went there and you had a target and you felt, okay, I want to deliver 20 parcels today. I feel we should be cordial enough to say, oh, I'm sorry, sir. Can I give you your parcel? It should have been done in 2 minutes. You kept on inciting. I saw that video and I listened. I went over and over again. I didn't know the two parties. It was a case, it was a case of pride from this particular two guys. And we were not going to bear for each other. Before you were faced with danger, if something bad would have happened to the guy, he kept on saying, I'm videoing you. You slapped me 3 times. Now I'm corrected, it's 2 times. And all of that. If you were not a public figure, we would not be discussing this. If you had a target in mind that I think both should blacklist this guy, first, he's not professional. He's not even a qualified person to be delivering things to people's house. And if you're in a position of authority, you can ask any one of us on that table. You would expect a kind of respect. It is normal. And you must have incited him for him to drop words like that. Let us be factual with ourselves. I am not on anybody's side. It should be tried because the public figure and it should be a good example.
All right.
But the fact remains that that guy was wrong.
Thank you very much, Muyi.
I like where she went because somewhere, I think it was Oladide, I was looking for the post. Oladide said the video was incomplete. He said that it did not start from the beginning of the altercation. Yes. It started from where maybe the driver felt
threatened.
He's going to, I'm going to disgrace this one. Is it me he's talking? Are you talking to me? Because like when he slapped him, he said, please, did you slap? What did you, that one now say, I slapped you. But you see, let's assume that the guy had been rude to him. Worst case scenario, the driver had been rude to the honorable. When he now said, film me, take it to anywhere, that is where I have a problem with the guy.
Character flaw.
Yes, because you know you are being filmed, you know you are misbehaving. You did not just quickly repackage yourself. You continued, and I call the IG. That is the power drunkenness that I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
And that is what happens with all these people when they get there. So if they don't change, and I will say it till I take my last breath, if they don't change from up, we at the bottom, we will continue to be doing the bad thing.
Because and I'll debate that with you forever.
And the reality is the fact that, right, you're in a position of authority, you assaulted somebody.
Yeah.
Regardless of anything you want to say today, whether someone pushed it, when you're in a position of authority, first of all, you're saving people. As in when someone, the lady that called said it should have a level of respect, you should humble yourself. You're a public servant first. You need to have that in your head.
Exactly.
You understand? That you're a public servant. You should, as in, you should go, if they're going low, you pay them. You go lower, safe, and just calm down. And for the fact that you assaulted somebody, that's why I like Obodo Igbo. You by yourself, you should be the one saying that you want to resign. You should be the one saying you want to be suspended. I don't care how they push or do not push you in a position of authority and you've been filmed. Like Weke said, that time the camera came on, you were supposed to just sharp, readjust. But that's why you did not readjust. You're supposed to stand there and say, that today I have disappointed my constituency. I think I would want to bow out and bow down. That is how they do the Obodo Igbo.
That's the problem. That's your problem. I always say Nigerian middle class are the problem. As we are seeing it at Obodo Oyinbo.
But that is that's the right thing to
because
do.
Obodo Oyinbo will not get there overnight. In the 50s and the 40s, nobody will just resign because of the kind of situation. Please, we are not there yet. The point I'm trying to make is that a society that is honorable enough to say, you know what, I will step down. What I said, did not get there overnight. It's after years of refinement where the people realize that, you know what, this is dishonorable to speak back to somebody, you step aside. In Japan, there's a way they behave that is different from the way they do in the West. So you can't just say, because, oh, they do it in Japan this way, let's copy. No. Japan walked their way to get to that point. So let us not continue to just bring out Obodo Oyinbo example and give to us. That's point one. Point two, Chimamanda told us the danger of the single story. So I get that former caller's, that last caller's position, right? Let us see things from other sides. Although, as you said, regardless of the side, there's an assault, which should be addressed. But we must also acknowledge the man apologized. And you've not answered my question. Is the apology worthy? Does the apology hold water? Or do we want him to come to public and say, Mr. Bolt, I am talking to you here. Go on my knees. I am sorry. Is that what would pacify Nigerians? I'm asking
what
a question.
What will really pacify Nigerians? Should I just tell you?
Yes.
What Nigerians would want is that...
As a spokesperson for Nigerians.
Yes. What majority of Nigerians would want is for the man to dash the boat driver money.
That's so simple.
That's what Nigerians...
You don't be what from my mind.
That's what Nigerians... Why are you doing like you don't know what Nigerians want? Why would you apologize to me?
Are you for real?
Are you kidding me?
So, wait, that's the problem.
That's the problem.
Why is it? Oh my goodness!
Oh God,
That's the problem.
This is unbelievable.
Oh my goodness! I cannot believe
Thank you,
this.
YK. I don't understand.
What are you saying?
After you slapped me 3 times.
Nigerians.
You slapped me 3 times. Assault.
Obodo Oyinbo, is that what they want? You give them money?
I'm in shock. Then what is he doing in the police station?
You will compensate me.
Nigerians, 1 second, you want to go Obodo Oyinbo.
Nigerians are suffering.
Next
right?
time,
You know what to
Nigerians
hear.
are suffering.
If it was
So, which one do you want?
God has used this slap to change my story. This slap must change my story.
So must change my life.
You have slapped me at least.
So what you are
Change
saying...
my story. I have a
let me
video
be
evidence.
sure. I am moderating, please. Let me be sure I understand. So this Obodo Oyinbo that we like to copy, the way that we see that in Obodo Oyinbo, they actually write a public apology, and maybe they resign, but with this one, they do not resign. We apologize. That one does not faze us. It compensates me financially. That, for me, is, they're sorry.
That's our Nigerian way.
Hunger in the land.
That's Nigerian
Excuse me,
way.
if it was me that he slapped, that's all I want. I don't even need that nonsense letter that you have written. Just bring the money. So millions. So
yes.
Those 14 million, those 14 million you are earning a month.
That is making you feel very drunk and powerful.
YK.
Just transfer it to me for the next 6 months.
YK, let me tell you why that's a problem. YK.
Cameraman.
YK, look at me. Where is Honorable Alex going to get that money from? Is it not for money for Yasikira? Is it money to provide housing for Yasikira? Is it not money to provide a hospital for Yasikira? Or we give you money because you slapped your face? Let us understand what
I'm not asking for Honorable's money.
It is their money.
I'm asking for your money.
I'm asking for your own money.
Where is he getting the money from? It's not the money that the Nigerian people are paying.
Listen.
If you open your ears, you will hear. Listen, the money is... Shebi Ojekalu has said that they are earning 14 million a month. And that 14 million is not enough for me, for him. So it's not enough for all of them. That 14 million that they are paying you a month. Just for the next 6 months, transfer it to my own account. That's all.
That's plenty, Sha.
No,
at least.
No, you know, everybody get level.
I hear you.
He can transfer 14 million to my account and I will be happy. He can transfer 14 million for 1 year to another person's account.
I must express
just put
my
a bit of context.
Disappointment.
No, but this is not weird. This is not an unusual thing. The truth is, when people, why do people sue for compensation? Somebody has died. You are asking for money. You'll be wondering, did you pray the person died? But at least when somebody has died, you will compensate the person. You have slapped somebody. Don't just apologize. Compensate the person. You have embarrassed somebody. Don't just use English. Compensate the person. Nobody told you they compensate. Let me let you have the final words. If that man has sent money, undisclosed amount,
Amaka has the floor.
End of conversation.
It's not Yasikira's money. Is that his salary? That is his large salary that is earning every month.
Amaka, I'll let you jump in. I have Anthony from London. Anthony, you're live.
Yes, well done with your conversation. I have never for one day, all these people that eat before Nigeria money, I've never seen any of them convicted. You talk here, you bring about this person, when you talk like just 1 week or whatever, the matter will die down. Nobody has ever been convicted. But those that usually agitate for the way that things are being run and all that. That's the people you punish. Somebody like Kano is being punished. Nobody talks about how to release him, but those that eat Nigerian money every single day, nobody has ever convicted them for one day. But those that agitate and talk, say this is what you are doing to Nigerians, especially those in the south. They are being convicted. They are being punished, just like somebody like Kano. Thank you
very much. Let's not generalize, because you see, I hear him and I understand where you're coming from. But the truth is, I don't want us to continue with that thinking that nobody has ever been convicted. Because the easiest way we always say that to beer parlors and friends, in Nigeria, they're eating money, nobody's been convicted. There are some that have been convicted. There was one recently that got, I'm trying to even get his name, that was jailed. Is it Lawan? Yeah. That was $500,000 with the whole $100 scandal that happened a few years ago. So there are some of these people that are actually doing time that Nigerians choose not to really, they don't want to know. They will continue the narrative that, there are a lot of big politicians, they're just chopping money, nobody's arresting them, nobody's been convicted. But there are some that have been convicted. If you want me to get a list, I will get a list and I will tell you, I will mention it on TV. But for today, I don't have the list right now. But
I know the two that they convicted, they released them. Our own president who was fighting corruption at the time, the last president, he released them on presidential pardon.
Please, Amaka,
for me,
please do a final.
For me, let's stop selling Nigerian shots when it's convenient for us. Today we say, Nigeria is Nigeria, we should be proud of our Nigeria, Nigeria this, Nigeria that. Then tomorrow when it's convenient for us, we'll not say, no, Nigeria, we've not got to that stage, we've not got to that level. Like we are over half a century as a country. And that this has to do with just personality, character building, self-development. For you to say that somebody that's in public office, that has physically assaulted another human being, we've not got to the stage where you should come out, take accountability. We've writing a letter to say, I will step down for my actions. Mariah, so I say, no.
Okay, let us take a few comments. Let me take this. I have a comment here from Maria. She says, will Amaka resign if she is a lawmaker? Talk is cheap.
Yes.
He doesn't need to kneel down. He will still apologize to the guy one-on-one and compensate him financially. So Maria also, I believe, agrees with the compensation. Somebody says, are we taking comments?
Yeah.
We shouldn't spend the number of years it took Obodo Yimbo to get it right. We should learn from their past mistakes and do the right thing. Let me help with that. I agree with you. But the truth is that you can't switch certain things. Things must happen and evolve towards it. That's how you can be sustainable. If you just say, because they're wearing trousers in this country, let us start wearing trousers. You don't know the reason why they started wearing trousers in their country. And you now start wearing trousers in your own country, you might just have an issue with that going forward. You might not be sustainable. So the point I'm trying to make, yes, we can take some things, but I am saying that the best option is to evolve naturally into those things, seeing other examples from other countries as they do it. Talk about a few comments.
Yeah, so Nima sent in a comment. She said that compensation in cases of assault is legal. That monetary compensation is legal, especially where there is assault. There will be no case if there's no compensation. So if you just quickly do compensation now for that boy, the driver, that matter is closed. That side of the case is closed. Then the IGP will now maybe take an apology or...
In fairness, honestly, I didn't even for a second think of compensation. I didn't even think it should be a factor. No, I just didn't think it was a factor. But when you said that, I was like, okay. So now that you said this, and we know it's legal. Okay, so let us see. That might solve. Maybe Nigerians... Maybe Nigerians are what they're expecting, because this paper apology is not working. We have to wrap up. Any other comments, Waiki? Any other comments? That's it. Are we done?
There are comments on...
Let me say, Engineer Tijani sent me... It says, when we commit a sin against our own soul, we seek forgiveness from our Creator, and one factor that made this possible is remorse. Was he remorseful? Would he behave in such manner again? How about working on anger management? He has said it in his apology that he will be seeing a counselor to help him to work on his anger management. Where there is no law, there is no crime. Let the law take its course to serve as a deterrent to others. After all, no one is above the law. Our laws emanated from societal morals, and that should be upheld to restore our lost values. Public servants should always remember that their garments are white in color, and they should guard it from any stain. We expect the best of conduct from them all the time and nothing less. Okay, Let me go on a short break.
Okay, you don't.
Go ahead,
Fidelis Aiton says, apology does not mean remorse or acceptance. The man who apologized was also tasking everyone to uphold the respect for human dignity. That is not apology. Apology should be wholesome.
Okay. Let's go on.
There are a lot of comments, but go on.
Let me go on a break now. I think really in a nutshell, Nigerians have spoken. Tokwe has spoken on behalf of Nigerians and what they expect, but the law should still take its course. Let us see what's going to happen. And then the fact that they gave him 500,000 naira bill does not mean he's free. Nigerians. That's all we can take on this segment. We'll see you after the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.